Good evening, everyone. This is Dan Hunt with JSKA Rochester Virtual Dojo. Today is January 30th. We got one more day of January tomorrow. So Tuesday night class. Plan today is we're going to work on some hip rotation and go through the brown belt Kihon part of it that uses the hip rotation, and then get back into Empi Kata. All right, so let's get some started with some warm-ups. All right, get my screen in the right spot. There we go. All right, feet together. All right, let's go, jogging in place. Jump jacks. If you got bad knees, just do squats with the arms. Change the hands. Up and up, up. Change the feet. Good. Hips around. Switch. Legs out. Squats. Push the knees forward into your toes. Knee lifts. High as you can. Out to the sides. Keep your ankle underneath your knee. Bring the ankle into the center. Like in Empi Kata. All right, from here, easy kicks. Front snap, start with the left. Knee. On, pick the knees up. Feet. Go. Roko. Teaching. Hachi. Coot. Do. All right, side snaps, hitch. Knee. On. Feet. Go. Rook. Ichi. Hachi. Coot. And you. Back kicks. Knee. On. Feet. Go. Look. Sit. Hutch. Coot. Shoot. Good. Arms around. Switch. Front and back. Do one high, one low. Good. Small circles with your elbows. Good. Good. Small circles with the shoulders, thumbs down. And back, circles. Thumbs forward. and back. Thumbs up. Switch the circle. Palms down. And switch the circle. Good. Now let's take the hands, take your palms, thumbs down, take the palms, bring them to the inside of your back and rotate. Basically, you're stretching the bicep there and working the joint in the shoulder. For those of you who don't have a bicep tendon issue, it shouldn't be a big deal. But for me, it works it good. All right, good, up and over. And switch. Arms up, push your hips forward. Turn the other way. Legs a little wider, bend at the waist, keep your chin up, push your chest down, but still bending at the waist. Take turns straightening the leg without coming up. Walk it over to the right. Pulse it down, bring your shoulders toward your thigh. Back to center, same thing. And over to the left. Pulse it down, chest to the thigh. Keep your chin up. And down again to center. All right, good. Roll it up. Shake out the hips. All right, let's go to the right here. Okay, loosely open and close the hips. Keep your elbows right next to your sides so the hands should generally move because the elbows are going with the hips. A little longer. And straighten front leg. Again, pulsing. Keep the chin up. And other way. All right, open and close the hips. A little longer. And straighten. Roll. All right. Take it out, straighten your clothes. And bow. Let's go right. All right. Get out of gate umbrella kamai. Hey. All right, so we're going to work a little bit on hip rotation. We did this a few days ago, but wanted to reinforce some things and also had an opportunity to work with a couple folks on how to make theirs better. And I think I've got some additional ways to help you. Okay, so as we talked before, I'm going to go sideways to you guys. As we talked before is as you open this hip, the length of line between my hip and my foot is getting shorter. Okay, if I want to keep it long, my hip will go up. And see how that basically, if I don't bend the back knee, my hip will go up and I'll end up leaning forward. So what I have to do for this but we're going to exaggerate this, is you have to, as you open the hip, you have to bend the knee. Notice how my hip did not change height-wise. Okay? The knee bends in order to take up that shorter length of line because this hip is getting closer to my ankle when I go backwards with the hip. So what I want you to do, let's go to, all right, left leg forward. So I want you to take, just close your hands. Don't need to make fists or anything. We're not punching yet. What I want you to do is rotate the hip, bring the elbow back with the hip, and then I want you to sit into this back knee. Just to kind of get feel for what does it mean to shorten and bend the knee. Then I want you to push that leg forward. Now, when I push that leg forward, I'm straightening the leg, but not completely straight. Because if I go completely straight and I lose this buttocks tuck, I'll go forward and I'll end up leaning like that. Okay, so here we go. Open, sink into it. Push that knee forward and then push back in. Bring it back, knee. Lower. So the hip drops, sink down. This is exaggerated. This is not the way I want you to do it, but I want you to feel the bend of the back knee and then push forward. Now be careful when you push forward. Sometimes people get like this. I had a whole year once I was Shodan to Nidan where I'd look in the mirror and I'm like this. Now what causes that? So I figured it out. It's basically you got to push with the front leg. Right now I'm just pushing with the back and I'm letting whatever happen here. So I have to balance it out with the front foot, ball of the foot pushing rearward. Okay, here we go. Backwards. 1, sink down. Sink down. 2, push. And then also create pressure into the front or off the front ball of the foot. 3, sinking, going forward. Tell you what, let's everybody take your left foot and go that way to your left. All right, I'm going to watch you guys and see if I'm seeing what I'm supposed to be seeing. All right, ready. So closed. Itch. Open. Sink, sink, sink. Even more, Tony. There you go. Yep. Knee. Press forward. Itch. Paul, can you go any lower with your back knee? Can you bend more into it? No, not shorter or not longer stance. Bring your back foot forward a little bit and sink more down into your back knee. There you go. Knee. Sun. Really sink down into it as if you're gonna take a actually jump from there. Roko. Ichi. All right, Dirk, you're not sinking. You're not sinking. There you go. Without going backwards with your front knee, though. You got to keep your knee forward. There you go. And back, Sichi. Okay, Andy Lachage, can you go just a little longer? There you go. Itch. Sink, sink, sink. Now don't go back, Andy. Go down with your right hip. Knee. Sun. That's it, Aunt Marty. Good. Chi. Go. I should see your right hip dropping lower. Sichi. Hachi. Back. All right, Tony, don't let that front knee collapse. Keep it pressed forward. That's it. Ku and Ju. One more forward. Go. All right, so now let's take and reduce some of that. If your legs are burning, understandable, because you've really been pressing down on them. Now, what I want you to do now is instead of over-exaggerate, I want you to just go back and lower the back knee. Okay, so let's everybody, we're going to go this way again. All right. So you're going to lower the back knee, but you're only going to lower it just enough so that everything stays planar this way. Okay. I'm not down here. I'm not up here. I'm somewhere in the same plane as I was when I'm forward. Okay. So ready? Itch, knee, itch. Feel the pressure on the outside edge. Knee, itch, knee, itch, knee. Now jab, itch, Gyakuzuki, knee, itch. Keep that front knee pressed forward and straight. Gyakuzuki, san, itch, shi, itch, go, rook, rook, itch, sichi, hachi, hach, itch, two, itch, two, eight. All right, good. How's that feel? Okay, so that when you're having trouble with something, there's a couple different ways to approach getting the feel for it. One is to especially if it's like a fairly long development to get from one position to the other, is start near the end and unwind it in little pieces, right? The other is to over exaggerate, to feel the muscles that are working, that need to work in order to make the technique work, and then gradually get back to what a normal position would be. Okay, so let's go right leg, other way. Okay, so same thing. I'm going to watch you guys a little bit too. So now we're going to over exaggerate again. Okay, so when you're looking at yourself in the video, what you should see is this left hip should drop as you go backwards, and then you should have a lot of bend in the back knee. Okay, and then pushing forward too. So itch, drop the back knee. Now, one thing you got to look out for, don't let this happen. Don't let this happen. You got to keep this pressure forward, and don't let the knee collapse either. You got to keep that knee forward. Okay, so keep the knee fairly stable, forward and in line with the foot. Okay, where are we? Closed. All right, ready? Itch, really overbend, overbend. Knee, itch, knee, itch, really get low, knee, itch, knee. All right, Marty, that one's got like a 10 degrees of rotation. Try and get more. Okay, itch. There you go, and drop that left leg even more. Bend it, bend it, bend it. There you go. Yep. Now knee. So we're exaggerating the bend. Itch. Don't go backwards, Pete. Knee. Itch. Okay, the right knee looks like it fell in, Peter. There you go. Knee. Itch. Knee. Now, Paul, what looks like to me is your stance is too long. You can't rotate enough to get your belt knot facing center, right? Shorten it up, yeah, a little bit. Now, can you rotate all the way to center with your hip now? On the forward one, go forward now. There you go. So now I can see both are kind of in the same line here, but it looked like to me that you were about here. So more here. So that belt knot should be forward more. So, as young whippersnappers, we used to train, I know Paul knows, line work at this length, okay? But you know what? Us older guys, everything doesn't move as much as they used to. So in order to be able to get the same rotation, we got to shorten it up a little bit. Okay, a couple more. Itch. knee. That's it, Paul. Good. Hitch. Sink a little bit more, Tony, if you can. I know that's a bad side hip. Knee. You got a little lean going right now, Tony. There you go. Hitch. Don't let that front knee collapse, Pete. There you go. Knee. Bend that front knee a little bit more, Dirk. That's it. Hitch. Sink down. There you go. Good. Knee. Hitch. And knee. All right, so let's take it a little bit quicker. All right. Or actually a little less compression on the opening and closing, okay? So I want you to, I don't want you to go down as low as you did before. Don't bend your back knee as much as you did before. Still bend it, but I want you to open it nice and firm and press off of the back foot, and then we'll add some punches to it in a second. Ready? Hitch. Knee. Hitch. Knee. You should feel the outside edge of your foot. Itch on your left foot. Knee. Itch. Knee. Itch. Knee. All right, so Gyakuzuki. All right, let's go with a front Kazamazuki. Keep your front knee stable. Ready. Itch. Knee. Itch. Knee. Itch. Sun. Itch. She. Go. Or itch. Go. Itch. Rook. Itch. Stitch. Itch. Hutch. Itch. Two. Itch. Two. Right. All right, good, Yame. Shake it out. All right, any questions? Marty?
Sensei, how do we combine this rotation with, as we're punching, dropping our hara as we punch?
So I'm not sure that, I don't know, do you feel like you want to bend your knees more?
I feel like I want to have that slight feeling, especially on Gyakuzuki, as I'm rotating, of almost that slight drop in my hara, you know, that.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know that, I mean, that's something you can always add to it by dropping more weight into it. So, you know, that's, for me, I feel like that's kind of a function of when you're in a kumite situation or a free fighting situation where you're up higher, right? Probably not in the training mode like we just did. So when you're already down here, going down even more is going to make my back foot come off the ground. I'm gonna kind of tend to want to lean forward a little bit, you know, and then starting from a legs straight to a legs bent position, probably not a good athletic way to do it. So basically in place or in line work, I would say everything should stay planar as you're going. I wouldn't necessarily drop anymore, because dropping, for me, it seems like you go up and then come back down again. And I think some of you have seen folks that do that. I know the Taekwondo folks, when they try and do Shotokan katas, do this, because they learn that, oh yeah, Shotokan drops their stances. Well, that's not how we do it. We tend to have everything kind of planar and we drive our stances. Now, if you're up here, okay, if you're up here where I'm trying to jockey and I need to get down from here, then that would say, okay, so I'm dropping my weight from up here in a really movable stance to something that sinks down and in, kind of like in where we do Empi, where we're dropping there. Okay, does that make sense? Is it?
Yes, height.
Okay. So what I would say in our basics, I would say you want to try and stay everything kind of planar. Okay, not up, not down, until you get into more of a kumite stance or whatever, where that's a little bit higher to foster some movement. And then the thing that controls the planar is in the end how much knee bend you have on both sides, right? So so use that knee bend to maintain your plane. All right, so let's. Anybody else have a question? All right, so let's do some basics. Hi, okay, go away from your camera as far as you can. Hidari get down, barai, come on. Hey. Hi, sambanzuki. Ich. Ni. San. Shi. Go. Shiro. Ich. Ni. San. Shi. Go. Hey. My. Agyuke gyatsuke. Ich. Hey. Ni. Hey. San. Hey. Shi. Hey. Go. Oh. So open, close on that gyatsuke. Ushiro. Sotuki gyatsuke. Ich. Hey. Ni. Hey. San. Hey. Shi. Hey. Go. Hey. My. Uchuke gyatsuke. Ich. Hey. Ni. Hey. San. Hey. Shi. Hey. Go. Hey. Ushiro. Geidan barai gyatsuke. Ich. Hey. Ni. Hey. San. Hey. Shi. Hey. Go. Hey. My. Shutoke. Gyakunukite. Ich. Hey. Ni. Hey. San. Hey. Shi. Hey. Go. Hey. Ushiro. Shutoke. My Kizami Maigeri. Gyakunukite. Ich. Hey. Ni. Hey. San. Hey. Shi. Hey. Go. Hey. My. Sotuki Empi Uchi Uriken. Ich. Ni. San. Shi. Ushiro. Sotuki Empi Uchi Uriken. And change the front stance. Gyatsuke. Ich. Hey. Ni. Hey. San. Hey. Shi. Hey. Yummy. Okay, straighten up your spot. Plus. Get out again and barai kamai. Right? All right, hands up. Kizami Maigeri. Chudan and Jodan. Ich. Hey. Ni. Hey. San. Hey. Shi. Hey. Mate. Again. This time Jodan Chudan. I'm sorry. Let's do Kizami Mawashigiri. Chudan Jodan. Ich. Ni. San. Shi. Hey. Mate. Hey, Emba. Us. All right. So did you feel like you're able to use that hip rotation a little bit better with what we did earlier? Yes, no, maybe? Okay, good. Good. All right, so let's get into Empi Kata. So my recollection of Empi Kata, the origins of Empi Kata is from a kata in Okinawan circles that was called Wansu. And the actual name of the kata wasn't actually Wansu. It just happened to be the name of the gentleman from China that brought it to Okinawa. So they used his name as the name of the kata. And then because the Japanese weren't all that fond of the Chinese, they ended up changing it. Sensei Funakoshi changed it to two characters, M and P, which is flying and swallow. So then, and the story goes, which you can't always believe the stories, but the story goes that it has a lot to do with the dropping quickly into the Geidan Tsuke and then coming back out of it nice and quickly. So so kind of like the way the swallow kind of goes after the bugs along the ground and so on. So that's kind of my research on the background of this kata. All right, so let's go through this one. We got about before I go, is there anybody that hasn't been through Empi in quite a while and is going to need a little bit more help? Andy Lim, Andy Lesage, you guys good with Empi? Okay, good. How about you, Dirk? Marty's good. Tony? All right. Well, you better be because it's part of your test, right? All right. Excellent. Good. So we can probably move through it rather quickly. If we get done with it, we can do some, maybe add something else to the class. Okay. Ambal. Okay. So last week we talked a little bit about move number 2. So right now I'm in your mirror. Move number 2. Okay. When we do the down block, okay, we're going to step out and drop, right? Okay. The next move, consensus on the internet is everybody just does this. I prefer myself to come over the top a little bit and go slowly. Okay. The reason for that is I see this as a groin strike. Okay. I've got this guy tipped over here, his arms over here. I'm going to strike the groin. His body goes like this. So the back of the head becomes a target now. So from here, boom, slightly up and then back down again. And the reason why I go slow, just in case I work with a partner, I don't take them out hitting the back of the head. Okay, so let's start. Wow. Okay, right hand into left. Left hand is open. Okay. Now when you step out, we're actually just sinking and creating a spot for that knee to go. Okay, if you got nice young knees, then I want you to go all the way down to here. Okay, about 1 inch away from the ground. And I want you to make sure this is on the back side of your buttocks, not here in the middle. Okay, because you're moving off to the side. If you got a little bit older knees, stepping out and dropping, we drop still, but we're going to squeeze our thighs together and bring our knees into each other. This side. See how tight my knees are here? Notice my arm is still here. So I could still get to the groin. I suppose if I had to, I could go down lower, but I'm trying to save my knee. Okay, so here we go. Itch, knee. Now, Geidan Barai, 1. Now I want you to take this left hip, twist it backwards, do a hook punch. Okay. Step out, Geidan Barai, left, 1. Okay, this Agetsuki comes center and then flips up. Wrist is tipped like this. We're trying to put that these two knuckles here underneath the chin. Okay. Okay, from here, there's a couple different ways to do that. One is just stick the fingers out into the throat, because this is underneath the chin. Put that in the throat. Another way is to shove the palm into the chin. Okay, and then the last way, which I tend to like, is go around the head and push. Then this head comes with. I bring the head this way. I shove it down. This punch this way. Okay, now their head is down here. I'm going to come over the top of it, strike the head, down block, and another Agetsuki. Okay, so let's go back to the beginning. Ready? Empi. Ich. Ni. San. Shi. Go. Rook. Hitch. Hutch. Ku. Ju. Itch. All right, repeat. Catch. Knee up. Sink down. 1, 2, 3. All right, so this last one here that we just did has no Agetsuki with it. It's just a regular down block to the end. Okay. All right, let's do one more time, and then I'm going to watch you guys up to there. Ready? Empi. Ich. Ni. Tanshi. Goro. Ku. Now here, make sure this hip is turned all the way center. Belt knots here so you can get distance. Okay, we talked about this on Saturday. If you don't turn that hip, see my fist is not even close to that pillar, but I turn the hip, I can get to that pillar real nice when I turn that hip. Okay, so in the Kosadachi, get that hip turned. Now step out, down block, Agetsuki, ich, catch, ich, knee, thumb, shi. Okay, so when you do this down block facing the backside, you're looking over your shoulder. My shoulders are kind of straight, belt knot facing the side here, and my feet are kind of in line, big toe, back heel. Okay, it's a front stance, but it's an inline. And then I change the front stance by moving the front foot over and open and bringing the hip back and the shoulders back. Okay, so let's go again from the beginning. Any questions before we do that? All right, we're good. Excellent. All right, Empi. Ich. Knee. All right, so Pete, be a little bit wider. There you go. Good. Same thing with you, Miho, just a smidge wider. There you go. Good. Hunt. Shi. Ich. Knee. Sun. Catch. Shi. Go. Rook. Ich. Agetsuki. Good. Ich. Knee. Punching down. Down block and down block. All right. Okay, good. Paul, quick question for you. If you could come on mic, please. Get some history lesson.
Go ahead.
So when you guys were doing after the Agetsuki, did you guys do the rotate and catch, or did you just push the fingertips?
Yeah, we did the rotate.
Okay, rotate and catch. And then did you I know there was a time where I think everybody was doing a hop in between when you lifted your knee up. Did you have that hop going ever? Okay.
Not,
All right. We did that for a while and then we got rid of it. Just making it more just to try to drive yourself in and don't leave the ground with it. Okay, let's go from there. Anybody else have a question besides me? Okay. All right, so from here we got down block, left leg forward. Okay, so from here I'm going to bring my left leg in and then back out again. So watch it. I'm going to be here. I'm going to bring it halfway in, and then I'm going to lift and bring it all the way out, Kibarach. Okay, so down block. And my hand, picture there's a string on my wrist, and it's tied to my knee. And so that when I lift it up, everything moves together. And when I put it down, everything moves together. Now, granted, that string's going to stretch a little bit because my hand is going to stay up and my knee is going to come down. So everybody down again, left leg. Okay. Bring it in, one, cover the face. All right, so elbow is just at the bottom of your armpit. Palm is at 45 degrees toward your face. Okay. From here, I'm going to strike with a hammer or a smash here, and I'm going to bring my right leg into my left. And as soon as I make the smash, I'm going to change my gaze from the 45 at the hand to the forward. Okay, so from here, and we're going to ki-ai, itch, right, left underneath, knee, palm up, the palm down. Okay, get that centered. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. All right. So let's go again. I'm going to get out of your mirror so I don't make any mistakes in this end part here. I don't want to show you something wrong. All right, here we go. Empi. Itch. Tanshi. Gorak. Hitch. Catch. Itch. Down. Forward. Down block. Agetuke. Itch. Catch. All right, make sure you get the hip turned all the way to the front. Itch. Knee. Sun. All right, bring the knee and the hand up together. Itch. Knee. Ape. Left underneath. 1, 2. Then to your left, down block. 1. Punch. Now this one I think is a Agetsuki. I got to go look at this one again. It feels like it could be a Gyatsuki, but my memory tells me that it's an Agetsuki. So we'll keep it Agetsuki for now, and I'll go take a look at it. Okay, Shuto. Then switch up, Shuto, reverse punch. Then one more Shuto. Okay. So let's go back to Gaidan Barai, left leg forward. Pull it in, itch. Knee, ape, ton. Shigo, rook, hitch. Itch, Shuto, switch up, Shuto punch. One more Shuto. All right. Let's see you guys doing it. Empi. Itch. E. Anchi. Okay. Paul, are you with us, or are you just trying to smooth it out? Okay, we're on the hook punch. We're on the hook punch at the beginning. All right, Gaidan Barai, Agitsuke. Itch, knee. On catch. Chi, lift up. Drop, punch, down block, Agitsuke. Good. Itch, catch. Knee, san, shi. Go. Itch, smash. itch, palm out, punch, punch, down block punch. Go ahead, Paul, 2 more. 1, 2. And then down block punch to the left. There you go. Itch, shoot the. Itch, switch up, shoot the punch. Itch, shoot the. Good, yummy. All right, let's go one more from the beginning, and then we'll go from there. Questions, anyone? Marty?
Sensei, that on that, see if I can get back far enough. That lead right over the shoulder.
Yeah.
Line Zengsu, and then are you switching slightly up to a regular Zengsu then?
That's what I do. That's what I do.
Same
I
line
think
Zengsu.
I think there's various schools of thought on that. I like it to actually shorten that stance a little bit. I like stepping out really long on the down block that faces the rear, and then shortening up just a little bit as I bring my left hip back. There you go, and make that an inline or a regular Zenku Tadachi. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And
Thank
you know, you can't go that long with that Gedan Barai because your Gyakuzuki is gonna end up pulling your back foot off the ground if it's too long. So you don't want to do that. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Good. All right. Let's go one more time from the beginning, and then we'll stop at the last shuto going off to your left. All right. Here we go. Empi. Itch. Knee. Sanshi. Go. Rook. Stitch. Catch. Itch. Knee. Sanshi. Go. Catch. Itch. Knee. Sanshi. Good. Itch. Knee smash. On tate shuto. Punch punch. Down block punch. Itch. Shuto. Switch up. Shuto punch. Itch shuto. All right, good. From there, okay, adjust your location if you need to. Okay, so we're gonna repeat the down block agetsuke and punching down. Okay, so we're at the last shuto here. So mate, down block agetsuke, 1, 2, catch, lift the knee, sink, out and down. Okay, from here, we're gonna reach a little bit to the corner, 45 degrees. And from here, we're gonna slide the elbow tight, palm heel. Okay, palm heel, still staying pretty low, so it goes solar plex height. Okay, now we're gonna switch hands. So it looks like this. Watch, I won't be in your mirror on this one. We're gonna switch hands. So left or right's gonna be low, left is gonna be high, and then I'm going to time my hands and my push to finish. That means you have to step out with your knee somewhat straighter and then let your back leg push in. Okay? So from here, Gedan Barai, press to the corner, itch, turn the hip. All right, so slide your left leg in, switch your hands, 1. Now step out, keep your right leg a little bit straighter and then let it bend in as you finish. Palm up, palm down. Right hand is high, left hand is low. Now next one, same thing, 2. Next one is 3. Okay, so from here, you got your right leg forward. Here, I'm going to take and I'm going to swing my left leg behind me, and I'm just going to bring this hand here to do a down block. This one's going to pull. 1. Okay, so my left leg goes in behind my right leg, and my right leg is pushed forward and into a back stance. Okay. All right, so from here, right leg is forward, right hand high, left hand low. Shift forward, right leg forward, press in, go into a back stance, down block, itch. Now from here, go into Fudodachi, strike head, strike groin. Now from here, we're gonna jump. This jump involves getting this right knee up. In every one of the jumps we do in Shotokan, this right knee goes way up, okay? But I also need to turn, okay? But I don't want to run away from where I'm at. I want to land right where my left foot is. So if my left foot is here on this blue tape here, I'm going to jump this way and land right foot right on that tape. Okay? So here we go. So back to the right high, left low, front stance, back stance, down block, 1. Fudodachi, 2, jumping, oop, right? And the ki is in the air. Then 1 more step backwards, 3. And finish. And bow. Okay? Any questions on that last portion?
Sensei, I have a question. When you're doing that strike with one hand high, one low, is it a punch and then you open your hands, or is it
Nope,
open all the time?
It's all open. So from here,
Okay.
it's here, and then I'm changing to here. Okay?
And-
Think of this, I look at this as maybe a head twist. Okay, I'm hand in my chin, hand in his forehead or top of his head this way. Then I'm going to change it this way. So it's kind of like the side to side that we do in Goju Sho or Goju Dai, right?
Well, after the down block, that strike, when you go 2 hands.
Oh yeah, no, this one here is here, both
Open,
both
okay.
open. Yeah. So what you're basically doing is you're trying to get the head, get the groin, and then this turns into a grab it, and fireman carry over the top, drop them there, step on them, and step away. Okay, and if you don't quite get to drop them there, maybe you turn them, and then you strike them on the way as he's turned around. Okay, if you don't quite get him to be lifted off the ground, maybe you just twist him around and then you strike him in the neck. Okay. Dirk, you good? Good. All right. All right. So if you're doing this without the jump, okay, come take a look here real quick. Okay. If you're doing this without the jump, okay, I get it. High impact is not for everybody, right? This. All right. So you guys can see. I'm not sure you can see, but my blue tape is right here, right? So I'm here. If I'm going to do this without the jump, I'm going to lift this knee up very high. Then I'm going to put it down right where my left foot was, and then step back around. So all this has to do is using my hips to do all this rotation. 1, 2. Okay, so the right foot goes right next to the left, whereas on the jump, you're just kind of getting it out of the way. And it's not knees down. If you do this on a real jump, or even the regular just what I just showed with no jump, it's not knees down and pick up the feet like this. Okay, you got to pick the knees up this way. Pick the knees up this way so you can stomp, boom. Okay, or jump and stomp on the last one. So make sure you pick the knees up, okay? And try not to start jumping until you get to here. Okay, this is real easy. Everybody face the back of your room, and I want you to end up to just a little bit of a hop and turn yourself 180 degrees. and step back. See how simple that is? So now I want you to face the other way. Okay. Now I want you to turn 360 degrees. A lot harder. So don't do that. All right. So get your hips rotated here and then lift. Lift. So get yourself square to the back and then do your turn to the shuto. Okay. All right. Anybody else have a question? All right, let's go from beginning to end. And I'm going to watch this and see if I can give you some tips if we see them. All right, here we go. Empi. Ichni. Anchi. Gorok. Hitch, hutch, kuju. Itch, catch. Itch, knee, san, shi. Go. Hook. Hitch. Hutchku. Itch, knee. Itch, knee. Sorry. Itch, knee. Itch. Itch knees. Hold on, Andy Lachage. Stop there. Okay. Turn down block, Agitsuki. Itch knee. Good. Itch catch. Itch knee san shi. Go. Palm heel. Itch. Knee. Go ahead, Dirk. Han. Miho, go one more. There you go. Itch. Knee. San. Shi. Good, yummy. Emba. Now doing this in real time, that fudodachi is meant to be like the complete compression. You drop into the stance, but you don't want to go too deep, but you drop into it. It's kind of like you're getting ready to jump. So don't stop on that fudodachi, go into it and jump, bounce right off of it, okay, to get the jump and get your hips turned. There you go. Yep, Peter, good job. All right, one more time. I'm going to do it with you. See if I can do this in the mirror into the camera. All right, Empi. Hajime. Hey. Hey. Yeah, man. Almost made it all the way through. Emba. Woof. All right. All right, last minute questions. Anybody else? Andy Lim?
Yeah, quick one. When you finish, do you come back here or is it just regular noise?
So I I think you step back and you'll step
Come
back
back
and
here?
go back into here. Yep. Yep.
Okay.
And also, Peter, when you're doing this, bow and then go right to here. Don't come out into yoi first and then to here. Okay. This is one of those few katas that we have that doesn't go into a yoi to start with. Kind of like Unsu does, kind of like our Teki does. Okay. So this one is feet kind of hachidachi and then just bring your toes in. Okay. All right. Good class today. Thanks for coming. Appreciate it. We will see everybody maybe Saturday, or at least some of you Saturday. All right. Have a good week
Sensei.
and take
Thank
care.
you, Vincent.
All right. Good night.
Quick question. Quick
Thank you.
question.
Quick question.
This ki, this is a ki point.
Correct.
Is there another ki in this kata?
Yes,
Yes.
it's in the air on the jump.
On the jump.
In the air on the jump. Yep.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Thank you.
Got it. Excellent. Good question. Glad you get it in. All right. Have a good night, folks.
Thank you.
Good night. Bye.